seemed like he might be good boyfriend material when 20-year-old Holly Gazzard fell for him.
They were exploring the most notorious times in history when a stalker has been captured on camera, either before, during, or after their dreadful crime.
Today in court, we learned he picked her up, put her in the back of his security car.
Ariana MacMillan's quick thinking. In 2025, MacMillan was walking down the street one evening in Ridley Park, Pennsylvania.
Ariana MacMillan was walking along a busy road outside Philadelphia when she says this man began walking closer and closer to her, making inappropriate comments.
However, instead of it being uneventful for the teenager, she met an unidentified man. He called after MacMillan, who ignored him before running after her while clutching a liquor bottle. The man, who was captured on the surveillance camera accosting MacMillan, soon began pushing and making inappropriate comments.
And in this moment, I had a sense of panic in my brain that I needed to do something immediately.
Even with all this danger going on, MacMillan made a snap decision that likely saved her. She ran into a store and spoke to the owners, pretending to know them as she called one Aunt Rachel, who played along. The owners then called the police, who arrested the man, charging him with stalking and harassment.
He still was banging on the doors and wasn't stopping, and they were trying to arrest him.
The man now charged with stalking and harassment.
Obsessed Jungkook fans. Over the last couple of years, some fans of BTS's Jungkook have let their passion consume them, leading to them stalking his home in Seoul, South Korea, even sending food to his address. Yet 2025 has been exceptionally bad for the K-pop star. In June, a day after Jungkook completed his military service, a Chinese woman was arrested after reportedly pressing buttons on the security keypad outside the singer's building. In August, a woman in her 40s was arrested for sneaking into the underground car park of the building, which Jungkook reportedly saw as he watched her on CCTV. Then, in November, multiple people were recorded attempting to figure out the passcode to enter Jungkook's residence. Sam Evans. In 2022, an unidentified woman went out with her friends in Plymouth, England. However, as seen on CCTV at clubs and on the streets, Evans was stalking her.
It's been agreed that they met on the Barbican, close to the taxi rank. He has recognised her and started a conversation with her.
He'd spoken to her on a dating app a couple of months ago, but she refused to meet up with the soldier. Yet Evans refused to let it go and cased out places she frequented, eventually spotting her. He then befriended her in the group.
But it doesn't occur to her that she's in any trouble at all at this point.
Eventually, he managed to isolate the woman. On the premise of getting a taxi to take her home, Evans instead got the driver to take her to his place. Once there, he attacked, leaving her with permanent injuries. In 2023, Evans was sentenced to 14 years in jail for the vicious assault.
There are no winners, but there is justice, and there is some comfort in that.
Timothy Nielsen. After becoming obsessed with a child's YouTube channel, Nielsen began making inappropriate comments towards her, leading to the family deleting her account.
She had a YouTube channel, an arts and crafts channel, and basically Mr. Nielsen began to follow the channel on YouTube and then began to make some really inappropriate comments. The parents then shut the channel down.
Yet he kept harassing her and the family across social media. In 2022, Nielsen traveled to Brunswick, Ohio to track her down. He went door to door on their street to ask neighbors where she lived, leading to the police being called.
The story started unfolding after several residents called 911 to report a suspicious barefoot man with a tarp prowling around their neighborhood.
Captured on bodycam footage, Nielsen had no shame as he stated his desire to meet her. Even when the girl's father arrived and told the cops Nielsen had been cyberstalking the family, the man was undeterred, making several incriminating comments. After his arrest, Nielsen was sentenced to 4.5 years in jail.
This would have ended tragically had the individuals on the street not called and contacted us to check out a suspicious person call.
Russell. In 2025, streamers Valkyrae and Cinna hosted their Sisathon event with Emiru as a guest. The trio walked the streets of Santa Monica, California, soon coming across a fan in a hoodie.
No way. Yo, can I get a picture with you?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
After introducing himself as Russell, he requested photos with the group, which they obliged. While he asked if he could hang out, they mentioned they couldn't due to the stream.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks, Russell.
Nice to meet you.
How you doing?
Nice. Oh, he's so sweet.
Russell's a nice guy.
Yet when the group arrived at the amusement park, the same man popped up, now dressed in different clothing. This time, Russell asked for Emiru's phone number, which she rejected. He snapped and stated he'd follow her, even threatening violence against Emiru as he searched in his pocket. Thankfully, the streamers managed to get away.
It was terrifying leaving because we didn't know if he was still around or if he changed. We didn't know where he was.
Azam Mangori. In 2020, after a night out with friends in Exeter, England, Lorraine Cox walked home. However, she never returned. After a couple of days, her father reported her missing. The authorities found Cox on the CCTV walking the street on that fateful night. However, she wasn't alone as Mangori stalked her, eventually taking her back to his apartment. Days later, further surveillance footage showed Mangori purchasing black bags and other items from a store. Sadly, Cox's remains were later discovered. Mangori seemingly pretended to be Cox on her social media accounts to deter investigations, which was unsuccessful. In 2021, he was found guilty of her murder and sentenced to serve at least 20 years in jail. Jordan McSweeney. In 2022, McSweeney, only 9 days after being released from jail, and with a long history of violence, was looking to commit another atrocity on the streets of London, England, after being thrown out of a bar.
Minutes after midnight, having been kicked out of a bar in Ilford, Jordan McSweeney began hunting for a victim.
He was spotted on CCTV, which frustratingly wasn't monitored at the time, following 2 women through the streets. However, both managed to escape and get home. Then McSweeney spotted Zara Aleena.
Prosecutors said McSweeney chose to attack a lone female late at night who stood no chance.
He viciously assaulted and attacked her, sadly taking her life. After pleading guilty to Aleena's murder, McSweeney was sentenced to serve at least 38 years in jail. An inquest in 2024 found that McSweeney was meant to be recalled to prison before the murder. However, a procedural error from a missed email prevented this.
Zara's family and friends will perhaps find some closure that the man who took her from them will be off the streets for a very long time.
Asher Maslin. In 2014, Holly Gazard was looking forward to her new life in Gloucester, England, after splitting from her problematic partner, Maslin.
From the very beginning of her relationship with Asher Maslin, her family had misgivings.
After all, he had a history of abuse and stalking her. Gazard even called the police days earlier after he stole from her and threatened her, yet the police couldn't find him to arrest.
They'd gone to a couple of previous addresses, but they couldn't find him.
Unfortunately, Maslin had twisted revenge on his mind. He was seen on CCTV selling a DVD player at a store before going to another business to purchase a knife. Next, Maslin went to Gazard's workplace, a hair salon. In front of her colleagues and customers, he took Gazard's life. After admitting to his crime, Maslin was sentenced to a minimum of 24 years in jail.
Asher Maslin pleaded guilty to the murder of Holly Gazard. He's sentenced to life in prison.
Edwin Enoch Lara. Out of context, CCTV footage of Lara and Andrea Mays at a motel in Oregon during 2016 seems innocuous. However, she wasn't there by choice.
The community college public safety officer then took off to Salem, where a woman says he kidnapped her.
Days before, Lara, who worked as a security guard at Central Oregon Community College, kidnapped and killed student Kaylee Sawyer. He then carjacked Mays' vehicle with her inside. Over the next 10 hours, on top of stalking her, Lara attempted to assault her at the motel.
Investigators say he went on a multi-state crime spree, kidnapping a woman in Salem and driving to California, where he's accused of shooting a man and carjacking a family before being caught.
However, with quick thinking, Mays pretended to have a disease, saving her. Lara then took Mays to California and made her watch as he shot a man before carjacking another family. Thankfully, before Lara could do anything, he was arrested. Due to his crime spree, Lara received 2 life sentences.
Edwin Lara will spend the rest of his life in prison without, we're told, any chance of ever getting out.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Ricardo López. Born in Uruguay before his family moved to the US, López became obsessed with Icelandic musician Björk in 1993.
On the tape, he analyzes his early drift from fan into fantasy.
He collected as much information about her as he could, even sending her letters. In 1996, López felt betrayed when he read reports that Björk was in a relationship with English musician Goldie. Furious at his idol dating a black man, López snapped.
And then he reads something else, something that seems to light a terrible fuse.
As well as writing hundreds of pages in a diary, he recorded many videos of himself ranting about his obsession, which were later released publicly. For some form of twisted revenge, López decided to send Björk a letter bomb before taking his own life. When police investigated, their UK counterparts were warned about the package and managed to intercept it.
It's astonishing that they were able to get this in time before it went to her house.
The package was taken to a secure location, and the bomb detonated.